What's up, Dragon Ball fam? It's your boy Eddie Hilaire coming to you today live again with another video. This is gonna be my top five picks for yellow. This entire week, I'm gonna go through every single color, doing my best to just keep a handful of decks right. So it's gonna be only five decks that I pick, my choice, of course, that I feel like has the most and best success for this current format in this day and age. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start off with yellow today. But before we get started, want to give a heads up for all you guys. If you are in Columbus, Ohio, or near Columbus, Ohio, we do have a Pro Play Tour event coming at Origins. It's going to be on Friday, June 23rd. And if you are on the East Coast, next to Pennsylvania, we're going to have this Saturday. We're going to have another event going on at Too Many Games Convention Center. So, if you guys are looking for a place to sling some cards and play some Dragon Ball, or Miles Inside Voice, or come on and sell your cards, PPG will be there, man, and you can enjoy it and have a good time. All right, without further ado, now let's get into the video. So, my first yellow deck, this in my opinion is the best overall yellow deck. It is going to be Trunks, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Super Saiyan Trunks Father and Son Onslaught. This bad boy has been here since set 16. It, in my opinion, is the most consistent deck you can possibly play in this format, right? Specifically in yellow, it's insane because there's another yellow deck, Miles. There's another yellow deck that is also consistent, but this deck draws a crap ton of cards, man. So if you want to just not only be consistent but also have a fat hand, this is a deck for you, right? We all know what the leader does. We all know the Awakened side is still plus. It's no Champa, but you still have a double strike for the Vegeta and Trunks leader itself. Really, really good. Really, really important. Really, really valuable. Really, really efficient. Um, so for all these leaders, right, I'm gonna pick just the top two cards in the deck, and we already know what the top two cards in for Trunks and Vegeta, right? It's gonna be the both Evolve targets because both Evolve targets are a one cost draw two cards. Really, really good. Technically, it's a one cost draw three cards because because when you have your leader and you swing with your leader, you'll play a Vegeta or you'll play the one drop Trunks, which will draw you a card, right? Now you'll use your Evolve target. Your Evolve target will draw you a card for cost, and after that, your leader itself on the Awakened side will draw you another card. So it's pretty much you're going to draw three every single turn, which is really good, really important. The Trunks barrier blocker is really efficient because it's the poutine that people needed to pretty much hinder and sidetrack players when they play against his deck, right? Because now they have to worry about the first thing they do. If they're not able to free play it, it's going to be rested. So the first energy they pay, whether it's a one drop or whether it's whatever it is going to be rested. Now to top that off, you have instant speed removal with Vegeta on attack. Because when you attack with Vegeta, it's auto goes into pending that ignores barrier, it'll KO anything that it is in rest mode. So without further ado, that's my number one deck, especially in yellow, that you can use this format. Next one is going to be Frieza, aka Frieza Swap, aka Frieza the Emperor who swore revenge. This is also as consistent as Trunks. So the only difference, in my opinion, between this Frieza and Trunks leader is the hand size. You draw way more cards in Trunks than you do in Frieza, but Frieza is also just as consistent as Trunks, which is completely insane. So we'll read this leader because it's a new leader. You reduce the skill cost of swap on your yellow Frieza cards by one yellow. If you have two or more energy, when you activate swap on one of your yellow Frieza cards, you may flip this card over to his backside. If you do, draw two cards, then add cards from your life until you have 6 life left. Sounds really familiar like in Trunks, right? You're going to have 2 energy, you're going to put your Vegeta on there, you're going to draw until you have 6 cards left in your life, and the only difference is Frieza draws 2 or Trunks draws 1. So, has a really cool nifty activate main on the Unawakened side. Look up to the top 5 cards from your look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck and add up to 1 the return of the Army of Terra or one repulse. I mean, my bad. Yellow Frieza to your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's what you're gonna add, realistically speaking. You're gonna add repulse, right? Because once you add your fill spell, you're gonna grab whatever target, not your fill spell, your extra card, which is the return of the Army of Terra. You're gonna straight add those swap targets to your hand. Or if you don't have that, you just add, if it's on a repulse or that extra card, you're just gonna add whatever target you have because all your targets are Frieza in this deck. So the Awakened side, same thing. Reduce the skill cost of swaps on your yellow Frieza cards by 1 yellow. Has an auto. Once per turn, when you activate swap, draw 1 card. So what you want to do is you want to best utilize your leader by using the activate main on the unawakened side, and then that turn you're gonna awaken. You don't want to just mid battle, you know what I'm saying, on your turn, on your opponent's turn, because you're at 4 or less awaken, because you want to get the value on your leader's unawakened side, which is to look at the top 5 cards. So pretty much you're in sense drawing. Hi Miles. You're in sense drawing 2 cards on the unawakened side, because to awaken you'll draw one if you're at 4 or less, and then you'll also add a Frieza card from your activate main, and then on your awakened side you'll draw another card because you'll activate swap. You see what I'm saying? And then it's kind of more of like a +3 in a way, because when you attack with the Frieza cost, which is the next auto, I'll just read it verbatim. Once per turn, when one of your yellow Frieza cards with swap and energy cost of 3 or more attacks, look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck. Use up to 1 yellow Frieza's army and a combo with this skill negated for the turn. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So it's super, super good, super, super busted, and free. The top 2 cards in this, in my opinion, is of course you're playing a Frieza's army card, so your secondary secret rare will be Cold Bloodlust, which is really good because a lot of the bosses nowadays don't have deflect. So a lot of them do, and some of the good ones don't. But really, really good, really important, because this Cold Bloodlust, your opponent is always going to have to play around it once you have one up, and the combination between that and repulse is just completely insane because your opponent can't really just risk it for the biscuit, right? We don't have offensive beans and things like that. Just freely untap your energy. And then I chose the return of the Army of Terra because this pretty much represents the entire swap chain from the 1 drop all the way to the 8 drop. But key note is that you cannot add the 8 drop. You can only add from the 1 drop, the 3 drop, the 3 3 drops, the 1 2 3. I believe it's 3 5 drops as well. You can add that. Another cool thing to note about this card is the activate main is not limit 1. The only thing that's limit 1 about this is the activate battle, which pretty much acts as a sensu beam. Alright, let's move on to the next yellow deck. Next yellow deck is going to be my boy, Fearless Fighter Goku, man. So this, I believe, was the biggest winner out of yellow because with the 1-star ball being gone, it's going to be really hard for players to pressure Unison while trying to actually pressure life as well, because this leader itself is just completely insane, right? I think I was the first person to top with this at last year at the 2 ND Games event. I think it was. You see, they're out of Otakon. So now we're here a year later, and the boy's back on top. The biggest difference between this and the other yellow decks is the Unison based deck, right? The reason why I really love this deck, the Fearless Fighter deck, is because that a lot of interactions within this card game does not revolve around Unison. It revolves around your battle cards. So like you have a win con that your opponent can hardly interact with, man, which is really, really good, really, really important to note when you're playing this. Obviously, you have your Awakened Side leader, which is really good. The Activate Battle is game changing. I do have a deck profile on this, so just make sure to check that out because the deck pretty much stays the same with just a couple new additions for defense. So the top 2 cards in this, obviously your top end is the Super Saiyan 2 Sun Gohan Z Fighter. It's a -3, baby. You're going to get that triple attack off and you're going to give your leader that extra 5k. But the thing with when you give your leader extra 5k on your leader's awakened side, he will be actually a 30k double strike, which will restand. So it's super good. And you also have the really broken interaction between Release from Evil and your deck. Since you're playing a deck full of Unisons, Release from Evil, one of the best defensive cards in the game, costs you absolutely no energy to play. Alright, moving on to the next one. So I have this Son Goku. It's the starter deck reboot Ape Goku, right? It's the uncontrollable Great Ape Son Goku returns. The reason why I have this in here is because this is, in my opinion, a hybrid between you're playing Trunks Vegeta or Fearless Fighter. Let's say you really, really like the Unison interaction. You also really, really like the battle card interaction. This is a deck for you. Because the Gohan here represents your Unison top end, where the Goku, Great Ape Son Goku, Instincts Unleashed represents your Goku chain itself. Because the Bulma Unison will play your Gokus for one. Your Gokus have barrier. Most of them have barrier. Goku has Explosive Spirit Son Goku KOs anything in rest mode, not ignoring barrier. You have the dual attack Goku. You also have this Great Ape Son Goku. This is why it's here because that's the top of the line on the Goku that you have. You also have a Champ Pack Goku, which was I believe it's also a 5-drop, but it comes out for 3 or 4. If I'm not mistaken. If you attack, you clear the board, which is really really good, cool card that you can use in that deck as well. Going on to the final and last one, it's Vegeta. Super Saiyan Vegeta Fighting Instincts. In my opinion, this is probably one of the most, if not Miles inside voice, please, if not the most broken, just leader effect period. And when I say leader effect period, it's mostly on it's on both sides. It's technically on all three sides. It's the unawakened side, it's the awakened side, and it's also the Z leader side. So let's talk about the unawakened side. Unawakened side, when this card attacks, draw one card. When your life is at 4 or less, or you have 2 or more energy, and a Yellow Sun Goku with energy cost of 2 or more in play, draw one card, switch up to one of your energy in active mode, and add cards from your life until you have 5 in hand. That's really, really, really good in all aspects because, number one, you go down to 5 life, meaning you instantly turn on your Eddie negates. Number 2, you untap one and you also draw one, which is completely insane. It's the best of both worlds. Now, moving on to the Awakened Leader. When this card attacks, draw one card, activate main or battle, switch one of your Super Saiyan to Son Goku, Destined Battle, or Trunks Rambunctious Sun to rest mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons. So this does interact with unisons, one of the few things that you see that can have that interaction. Switch them to rest mode. Activate battle. Add a life. Add one card from your life to your hand. This card gains 5k power for the turn. So this card also allows you to have unison interaction as well as have a sensu beam, which is completely absurd. Because you're taking a life, which now allows you to go into the third side, which is your Z Awakened side. Z Awaken, the reason why I said when the 3 sides is absolutely busted, because it's just like the same thing that the 1-star ball had, right? The problem that player had the 1-star ball, it is absolutely free, cost 0 energy. So you Z Awaken when your life is at 3 or less, super easy, because you take your life, you know what I'm saying? You either attack, they hit you, or you could just sensu being yourself in and take the hits if it's too big. But regardless, nevertheless, you'll go down to 3 life. You have your Z stack, of course. The biggest thing that I really want to emphasize on is both activate main and activate battle. Switch up to one of your Son Goku or Trunks youth cards to rest mode. Draw one card and choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So the reason why I wanted to note on activate main is because on your Z Awaken side, you no longer have that unison interaction. It's strictly exclusive for battle card only. And you get the activate battle, which is in my opinion one of the best effects because it's so versatile. You can use it offensively or defensively. Activate battle, add cards from your life to your hand until you have one life left. This card gains 15k power and double strike for the turn. Choose all battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. Super, super good, super, super important. Miles inside voice, please. Sorry about that. My son's off today, so we're kind of having a Father Sunday. But I also wanted to give you guys the luxury of these videos again because I'm off today. Can I have a hug, Miles? Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. They can't even see us. It's videos. But yeah, super super good, man. Because your leader on game ending swing becomes a 65k double strike threat with just one card, which is the next card, the Piccolo and Son Gohan Yufan Might. So that's really really damn near impossible to stop, right? Because put that back, please. Because you have 4 super combos in your deck. Even with all 4 super combos, a normal leader can get to what's that? 4 plus 15 is going to be 55. By itself, you're already at 65. Super insane because that's not even including any other combo card that you're comboing from your deck, and that's not even including the fact that most likely your opponent used their super combos defensively because your threats are swinging for double strike, 20k base, 25k double strike. Um, the Piccolo and Sun Gohan Yufan Might pretty much represents the aggressiveness of this deck. All the battle cards which I just alluded to, as well as the leader, is completely insane, completely absurd. A lot of people still, for some reason, do not know how to approach this modern Vegeta deck because they're not used to yellow having so much destruction power of being aggro so early on, right? So I think that's the only reason why it gets this fifth slot. I personally haven't really been sold on this deck. It is a solid deck and it is a fan. Come here, Miles. It is a solid deck and it is a popular and fan favorite deck that continues to see success. So I couldn't be biased. I had to pretty much put it on here for you guys because I'm not gonna do that, right? So with that being said, this was the fifth and final yellow choice for this format. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do me a huge favor if you like this video, click that subscribe button right here, hit all, and hit that like button on this video. Leave a comment section on the comment section down below. Let me know what color you want me to do next because I do have all the colors already done, right? So whatever color you guys want next, whatever I see the most of, that's the order I'm going to pick in. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe so I can give this man some continued chicken nuggets. You want chicken nuggets? Yes? Oh, you don't want chicken nuggets? What do you want, pizza? You want ice cream?
Yes.
Alright, so please hit that subscribe button and that like so I can get monetized on this video and get this man some ice cream. So hope you guys enjoyed and we'll see you guys next time.